Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action. Stafford looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
40 got. Go here.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. They'll fake it. Now Stafford going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Give me your radar. That's good. Attack 53. Here we go. Go here.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Fielded just inside the 20. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Here we go, 46. 26.
Prescott from the gun. A dump off to Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Completes it right side to Cooper. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 24 yards.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Now Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A good pick up there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Tag 53. Hey, 22. Yeah, 4 down, tag 53. Ready.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. The extra point up and good, and it's now 21-0. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here come the Lions now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Stafford here, coming off his pick six. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Throw left side, taken in by Golladay. A good pickup there, a 22.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Stafford. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Prater for the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
26. Switch, and 26.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go, 47. Let's go, let's finish now.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go. 180. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. 180. Good. 186.
Prescott now on 2nd down. That finds his target, Terrence Williams. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
26.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Go. Get out there. 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at them right now and say, let's get away from them entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
Prescott to throw on 4th. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. So out now come the Lions. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick hitting.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. Thomas, the intended target.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made by the 3rd-round pick out of Louisiana, Tracy Walker.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46, 46. Check. 26.
2nd down, Prescott. This is caught by Williams. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go, 46. 47's the mic. Woo. Gun. Come on, the ball hard. Check, go back. We got motion. Back up. Here we go, 46. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Hey. 32. 53. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Gun. Here we go. Go to 54. Why ain't?
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here you go. Here we go, 47. 36. Woo.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
46. 26. Here you go. Switch. Here we go, 46. Gun. 26.
First down, Prescott. Going for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Here you go. Here we go, 46. Gun. 26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison. forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Gun. Switch and 8. Here we go, 47. Gun. 26.
Here's Prescott. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Ziggy Ansah. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down.
10, 10. Hey, take 2. 2.
They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Go to 54. Go to 54. Why? Here we go. 46. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hey, Sway. 46. Gun. Here we go. 46. 46.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
26.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. And his kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. He's coming off an impressive Pro Bowl campaign in 2017.
You're talking about 14.5 sacks, tied for 2nd in the NFL. And now when offensive linemen hear the name DeMarcus Lawrence, they quake in their boots. How do we block this guy off the edge?
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Jumbo, jumbo. Block it. Jumbo, jumbo.
To throw on 3rd down, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
We're rolling, we're rolling. Jumbo, 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 set.
On first down at Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, 22. Jumbo, 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 set. Let's go, team.
Throwing again. Stafford. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. As they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Hey, go here. Zebra. Hey, tag 50 left.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And the pressure gets to him again. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Get out, get out. 26. 26.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7.
Right. To the right. 26.
10th carry now for Elliott. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have come. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here.
Go, go, go. Get out there, get out there.
Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
46. Good. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46, 46. Under 10. Under. Start there, over here. Start there. 26.
A second down throw for Prescott. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
46. Here we go, 48. Here we go, 46. 46.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Sammy Seamster. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Tag 50.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Here's Stafford now on second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And an alley to run. And he's into the clear. And he takes this one back into the end zone.
The bench just yet. If you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Omaha, ready, move. 21. Zebra. 11.
To throw on second down is Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now Stafford. To the right and complete to Galladay. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. So they will go for it. Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to get it to T.J. Jones that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
11, 11. Hey, tag 50 left. 11, 11. Jumbo, jumbo. Zebra. 53. Ready.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. David Irving. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their 1st, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Tag 57, ready. 22. Ready.
Out of the gun, Stafford looking downfield for jump. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. This is taken at the 18. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Gun. 46. 26.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Gun, gun, gun. 41's the will. I know he ain't got it. Hey, 47. Check 52. Then we're going to 53. 41's the will. 26.
Prescott now on 2nd down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the play.
54, going to 54, wide. Gun. Switch, hey.
Prescott from the gun. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run it with Johnson, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
Play action. Stafford. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
21.
On second down, here's Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Here go 47. Here we go, going to 54, going to 54. Wide eight. Here we go, wide eight. Switch, and eight. Gun. Here we go, get that, let's go, get out. 46. 46.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Hey, here we go. 1, 8. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike. Here we go. 46, 46. 46.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
46. Switch. Switch and 8. Hey, 47. 26. 26.
3rd and long for Prescott. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. Intended that time for Cooper. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
10, 10. 21.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And some room to maneuver. It's a foot race. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, 77 yards. And it's for pride now, but the Lions do get a bit closer. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Trying to get the run game going. Here's Smith. And he stopped immediately there. Glover Quinn there on the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one,
let's go. Let's finish now.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Why 8? Good. Here we go. 46. Here we go. 46. Good. Mike 20. 26.
Here's Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
We're going to 54. Wide.
Again, it's Elliott. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go 46. Here we go 46. 46.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Here you go. Go, go, go. Get out there, get out there.
Running with Elliott. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Good. Here we go, 46, 46. Good. Here we go, 47. 26.
A first down throw for Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. T.J. Green with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They go play action here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Second and 10, Stafford again. And Jones has it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
3 down. Back 54. 32. Straight. Double right. Stay 50.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Off of play action, here's Stafford. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
Hey, 22.
Again, it's Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a third and long situation. The shotgun snap for Stafford. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Extra point good by Prater as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages.
We're going to 54. Wide in. Move. 26.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
We're going to 54. Wide in. Hey, switch. Hey, Mike 20. Mike 20. 6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Here you go.
They go to Elliott again. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Prescott now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. T.J. Green with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Johnson. Room to run inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Cowboys, it'll be a 500 start.